प्लीज वेलकम बिभू दास। आज मैंने इनको इनवाइट किया हुआ है एंड बिभू दास के साथ हम शेयर करने जा रहे हैं इनकी कैरियर स्टोरी। और इन्होंने काफी काम किया है डाटा साइंस एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में। बैचलर किया हुआ है बरहमपुर यूनिवर्सिटी से, एंड देन मास्टर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन में फ्रॉम बिजू पटनायक यूनिवर्सिटी। एंड देन आपने एमबीए किया हुआ है इलिनॉइस स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी से, एंड एमबीए के बाद आपने पीएचडी किया।
Yeah, my PhD is in deep NLP. Yeah,
Okay.
deep learning plus NLP.
थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में आप बताएंगे कि अभी क्या कर रहे हैं आप?
I am currently working as a lead solution engineer
Mhm.
or lead solution architect in a Fortune 100 company in Madison, Wisconsin.
Mhm.
So I mainly work on the data and that analytics side, and I'm solutioning their AI products or the new AI products my company is means taking over or they are building by their own. So all means actually I'm just I'm doing all those product validation, product testing, and making sure what are the products are best fit for my company and how can they can how they can actually utilize those things for the best that benefit of the company or the
अगर एक पर्सन, अगर कोई जिसको आइडिया नहीं है ज्यादा इस सब के बारे में, सो उसको आप कैसे समझा सकते हैं कि क्या आप डाटा एनालिटिक्स में यूज करते हो, क्या इंफॉर्मेशन निकालते हो, उसको कैसे कंपनी को हेल्प होता है? अगर कोई अर्ली फेज ऑफ डाटा साइंस में आना चाहता है, उसको आइडिया नहीं है सबका, तो उसको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करोगे इसके बारे में?
You just asked a very nice question, and I started my career because, as I just now that explained, so my background is actually electrical and electronics engineering. But when I started my career, I started with IT, and in the IT, I started with mainframes first. Then I moved to ETL and SAS for a few years, and after that, I'm continuously working on the data engineering part as well as in the data science part. Okay. From the day one, I am having a 17 years of that experience so far, and from the day one, I'm into the data, and my domains are mainly into the financial domain. And a few years, I just worked for the automobile industry. To start a career in the data science, I think it is it's very easy and very encouraging, because a lot of people come to me and they told that how can I start something. So the basic thing I just want to tell you that you need to have some common sense and some domain knowledge. In some of the cases in the data science, some are driven by company. That company will come back to you and tell that, okay, this is our bottleneck and I just want to find a solution for that. But in many times, they will give you a bunch of data or a millions of records, and they will and that tell us to find the trend, the pattern, and how the things was and how the things can be. So they can ask us many things actually. So in my experience, I see that many times they will just send us the data, and they will tell that, okay, tell me that what has been done, so that why this portfolio or this program in the finance or the that actually initiative what company has started 5 to 10 years back, why it is not that expected so far. So actually that what was wrong. So many times actually your 80% that actually 80% of the time that you need to play around this thing. So for those things, you need to understand the domain knowledge. It may be finance domain. You are that working for any that automobile domain, or you are going to the payment domain, or it's called that credit card, or you are in the retail industry. So the domain knowledge is very very important. That is very fast thing, and as you are going to apply something, so you need to have a that applying concept means you are that definitely going to have some statistical knowledge that, okay, what can be applied here? I have a bunch of data. How can I start with? Okay. So for those things, you need to have your statistical background. You don't need to be a very good statistician, but if you have actual understanding that, okay, it is means that correlation or it is a grouping, how can I start? Okay. So those things are very, very important. And the third very that important point is you should have a little bit programming knowledge, so that you know that, okay, how to
Mhm.
slice the data, how
Mhm.
to how can the data can be categorized, and how the data can be split into different segments.
Okay.
All those things that you need. Okay. So it is a mix of, you should have a domain knowledge and very common sense of how to view the data. Then you
Mhm.
should have a programming knowledge, and in the same time you should have a statistical knowledge. These things
Okay.
combination, you can become a
तो
data
हम लोग डिटेल आएंगे, इस पे बात करेंगे कि कैरियर ट्रांजिशन के लिए या डाटा साइंस में या एआई में कोई और आना चाहता है तो क्या क्या आपने किया है, क्या क्या रिक्वायर्ड है। थोड़ा सा चलते हैं आपका ट्रांजिशन देख।
That is actually triply both electronics and electrical engineering. So
ओके।
primary is electronics and secondary is electrical. So it's called triply actually.
एंड देन आपने कम्युनिकेशन में भी कोई डिग्री लिया है आपने।
Yes, then I did my MTech in electronics and communication.
सो आप डाटा साइंस में आने का कब सोचे?
I was mainly in data from the day one of my career. Okay,
ओके।
so I know how the data pipeline can build, how the data means can be used, how the data can store in the databases. So I know that data is there. I know data. I know that domain. But when it is going to the applicability of data, how this data can be actually utilized in a better way, then that point it came, and somebody, one of my senior, who did his PhD, and he moved to, so actually he has done his PhD in physics, and after that he moved into the data science role. And I'm telling you the story of 2012 sometime.
ओके।
Then I met him, and he that advised me that okay, you have good understanding on the domain and data, so why can't you try with the data science? Then I got actually inspiration from him, and I started, okay, but how can I start? And he gave me something that you need to have R and Python. Then when I started my MBA in 2014, so I chose that university because that university has a very specialized the data analytics and marketing domain, how the marketing people are utilizing the data science things.
ओके।
So my focus was completely built on data science. I think the starting point was 2012, but my focus completely moved, and I thought that okay, yes, I have to be a data scientist from 20 means 14, because that MBA was in the data analytics.
ओके। सो एमबीए फ्रॉम इलिनॉइस स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी ये कंप्लीट।
Yes,
ओके, डेटा
yes,
साइंस में है एंड द मेजर फोकस वाज द हाउ मार्केटिंग एंड सेल्स पीपल आर यूजिंग द डेटा साइंस एंड
exactly, exactly.
हाउ दिस एमबीए इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स।
Yeah, business analytics and data science. I cannot means business analytics means here the visual, yeah, here the visualization part is coming. So data analytics plus visualization plus business domain. If you add these three things, it is becoming business analytics. Okay.
ओके। ओके।
So yeah, so when it is coming to analytics, it is my perspective, my knowledge that okay. So starting from data, the whole journey of a business, the data from end to end is called business analytics. How data is captured, how data is stored, and how the data is utilized in the company to project or to show your visualization. The
ओके।
whole data flow is called business analytics.
आपने ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है कि वी नीड थ्री थिंग, वन स्टैटिकल नॉलेज एंड प्रोग्रामिंग नॉलेज एंड द डोमेन नॉलेज, जिस एरिया में काम कर रहे हो, हाउ द होल सिस्टम इज वर्किंग। सो अगर बायोलॉजी में कोई काम कर रहा है तो थोड़ा बायोलॉजी का नॉलेज होना चाहिए, देन ही कैन यूज इट। अगर मार्केट रिसर्च में काम कर रहा है या सेल्स में, तो कैसे मार्केट चल रही है या हाउ द डेटा वी आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द कस्टमर उसको यूज कर रहे हैं, या कोई सोशल मीडिया पे काम कर रहा है, हाउ देयर। सो ये तीन नॉलेज चाहिए आपको डेटा साइंस में आने के लिए। कोई पर्सन अगर बैचलर है या बीएससी कर रहा है या बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में है, एंड वो सारे लोग बैचलर के बाद ट्रांजिशन लेते हैं करियर का, सो कैन दे डू इट एंड हाउ इजी टू डू इट?
Yeah, it's very easy actually. So it is not about that, okay, you need to have a PhD or a higher degree to do that career in the data science. I know that so many people, they actually research me in LinkedIn, and they always that ask that, okay, how can I start my career? I'm doing so and so. But I just want to jump into the data science because I see that down the line, that is going to be the main technical domain what companies are looking for down the line. So that's a good point. So you no need to have a higher degree for that, but you need a systematic, as I told you, systematic preparation.
Mm-hmm.
So initially, when you are joining a company in your initial career as a data scientist or actually associate data scientist, at the time nobody is asking you about that what domain that you are going to work, because as a data scientist you need to be project yourself as domain independent. You may that work on medical data, you may work on marketing data, you may work on actual
Okay.
insurance or finance data. So you don't need to that to actually that, yeah, when I am taking any of the intern or somebody I am interviewing, I'm saying that okay, how good concept he has on the statistics. That is a very actually, yeah, that basic things that I can tell. And when it is coming to technology, you need to be very thorough in Python or R and SQL, structured query language. That you should know that. Okay, so if you know Python or structured query language, then you know how to retrieve the data, how to slice and apply. Means actually that dice the data, and that is very actually important. And at the same time you need to actually make sure that, okay, means because a lot of people are coming, they either they are having, yeah, lacking skills in statistics, or they are, but many people are coming, they're very good in Python or programming skills, but
Okay.
when it's coming to statistics, they only know the terms. Okay, I want to go to put a t-test here, I'm going to do a that chi-square test here, I'm going to do a means correlation here. But why you want to do that? That why question is very, very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
you need to
statistics,
have a basic concept of statistics.
statistics,
बहुत
yeah,
हाई
you should
लेवल की
know.
जरूरी होना जरूरी नहीं
नहीं, कुछ
है।
नहीं.
ओके।
You should not have those things,
या।
but you should understand. So you mainly going to have the actual that application, that how the statistics can be applied to the data.
या।
Okay, so yeah, they can do anytime, but there is a systematic preparation that you can do.
या।
And nowadays lot of free packages, both R, Python, SAS,
हम्म।
all are actually available in online. We are in
हम्म।
the fourth era of actually industrial, yeah, revolution. So that actually every company want to do something better, do something more productive, and they want to know that okay, the data is the next gold, and they have to find the patterns, and they should understand or fix their problems from data. So this career is going to be here for next 20-25 years. I don't know what is going to
सो
happen after that.
बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट यहाँ पे लाया है। मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन भी यही था कि आपने इंडिया में भी रह के काफी काम किया है डेटा साइंस पे, और अमेरिकन कंपनीज के लिए यहाँ पे भी आके आपने पीएचडी एमबीए किया है, एंड यू हैव ए ग्रेट एक्सपीरियंस इन डेटा साइंस। नाउ माय क्वेश्चन इज कि आप कैसे देखते हो अभी इंडिया में डेटा साइंस का क्या स्कोप है, फ्यूचर स्कोप क्या है? एंड अगर कोई पर्सन अभी 5 साल में के अंदर पीएचडी या फिर मास्टर डेटा साइंस में अपना करियर सेटअप अप करना चाहता है, कैसे देख रहे हैं? क्योंकि इंडिया की भी इंडस्ट्री एवरीथिंग इज ग्रोइंग रियली फास्ट। सो डेटा साइंस का क्या फ्यूचर एंड स्कोप है वहां पे?
Okay, आपने एक बहुत ही एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टिंग एंड अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है. थैंक यू फॉर दैट. आई थिंक as I just told you, we are in the fourth era of industrial, yeah, revolution. Okay,
हम्म।
so you go to any sector, any domain and any company,
हम्म।
they now understand the importance of their data.
हाँ।
And you go to actually, I will tell you that one small thing actually before you go there. So my company is financial company, and they're mainly actually looking into mutual funds, insurance products like that. And we are mainly into the commercial lines of insurance.
हाँ।
Suppose you have a actual aviation, you have a, yeah, crop insurance. Suppose you are crop insurance, you are giving crop insurance to company,
हम्म।
or you are into something like small business. So
हम्म।
those kind of commercial insurance products actually that my company is offering. So traditionally, if you see the company history, my company is 137 years old, and traditionally they always go through their intuit and experience of the underwriter or
हाँ।
the claims adjudicator, that okay, how can handle the claim, how can handle, and what actually best price I can add for this insurance product.
हम्म।
Or when you are paying for your auto or a property insurance,
हम्म।
then initially it was coming by your that experience of the actual that actuary or the underwriting team. But those era are gone now. starting from CEO to BP to a small associate in your actual underwriting team. They are not doing a that experience based calculation for your claim or your premium.
Mhm.
Everything is now driven by data. Okay.
Okay.
So the decentralization of a power.
Uh-huh.
So as a small associate in the company also, you can take a big decision. Suppose you are selling a company insurance,
Uh-huh.
and the actual insurance premium, by seeing the history of the company, maybe he has to pay you 10,000 as premium value. But sometimes when a person is coming and calculating your premium, the premium is 5,000. So that you can see $5,000, I can tell. So in that way, the company is actually losing straight away 5,000 because that premium was calculated by the experience. But
Mhm.
by the data, a small associate can stop you. No, don't sell this product to, or don't sell this insurance to this company, because the actual technical premium what I have calculated by the data is now 10,000. So starting from CEO, CFO, or your chief underwriting officer, they can means all coming here, and they are looking into, oh, he's a small associate, just new to the company, new to the domain, but he stopped us to do this. So because he has something to show that. So the decentralization of a power,
Mhm.
and everybody, because that is called self-service analytics, that is
Mhm.
playing a very key role.
Mhm.
That is a very important term. It is called SSA,
Mhm.
self-service analytics.
Mhm.
Everybody in the company is now empowered to
Mhm.
take the business that decision, and that decision is coming because you have data. You
Mhm.
know the data. You have all the tools and equipments. You can predict. You can that decide. So that is happening both everywhere. It is a global economy. Whether you go India, Japan, that South America, or actually North America, any company, they're all going through that route. So this
So
future of
data,
AI, yeah, the
data.
future of AI is everywhere now, and it is
Okay.
going to rule us down the line. Nobody can stop it now.
So either it's medical, either is sale, either anything or insurance or any kind of things we are doing. हर एक चीज का डिसीजन डेटा पे चल रहा है आजकल.
Exactly, exactly. You
Exactly.
can buy something, you know that next day Amazon sending you a recommendation engine.
Mhm.
Okay, Santosh, you bought this one, so just got this one. It is going
Yeah.
to match your product. So everything. So now it is that is called the self-driven
Analytics.
analytics.
क्या बूम है, क्या अभी है कंपेयर टू यूएस और इंडिया में, अभी क्या इंडिया में स्कोप है?
Yeah, India means, I think India is doing phenomenal good. Actually, means they're really doing very very good there.
And
In
it is
Bangalore,
growing
Hyderabad,
really fast.
yeah, Bangalore, Hyderabad, you can see everybody's means actually coming out of the actually BTech, MTech. They know that, okay, I want to be a data scientist. So whether you are coming from engineering, BCom or MBA or what, that doesn't matter. Company knows now that, okay, the future is analytics, and they know that the kids who are coming out are very smart, and
Mhm.
they can do. So this trend has been changed, and India is doing very good. There are small players. I don't want to change the banking name.
Mhm.
Small players, but Indian companies, but they are putting
Yeah.
the new joinees to make themselves or their mind sharp to just work on the analytics. That you can imagine how
I
that
know
works.
even a lot of agricultural company are using that data and AI based thing to predict the crop, predict the disease, and how to use the thing. So that is like getting like really fascinating. थोड़ा सा हाइप बहुत आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की है, डाटा साइंस. सो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे अगर जो लोग को पता नहीं है, और तो कैसे आप बता सकते हैं कि कितना ओवरलैप है, कितना डिफरेंस है बिटवीन डेटा साइंस एंड आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस?
Okay, data science is a big domain.
हम्म.
It's a big technical domain.
हम्म.
That means actually, when you are working for data science team, suppose I am part of data science team, I can tell. So when I'm coming for data science team, I can be a data engineer. Means
Okay.
I'm not doing any machine learning, deep learning, or algorithm or anything. So in my data science team, how the structure has been built in my company,
हम्म.
we have some engineers who are working on the sensor data, IoT.
हम्म.
Some are building the pipeline and getting the data and doing the data lake also. But they are part of the. So there are big things. Means they have data engineers, they have machine learning engineers, they have data scientists,
हम्म.
they have also few statisticians. They
Okay.
are, yeah, they are actually telling us that, okay, this statistics that what we are going to apply is not going to work.
Mhm.
Okay, and some few guys are there, they are just the technical BA kind of role, but they know the product or the business domain well. So they are preparing the requirement. Okay,
mm,
the company has bottleneck here,
mm.
so you need to fix this problem. I'm telling you that how can you reach there? From there, you put your technical or the machine
Knowledge.
learning or yes. So it's a big team. Data science means it is a when I'm talking about data science, there are a lot of small groups that all contribute. So
Yeah.
the last part is coming the machine learning. And another important part in my data science team, there are a lot of visualization engineers. Visualization means they build the dashboard, the real-time dashboard in Tableau. They are doing something on the Power BI. There is
Mhm,
something on the ClickSense.
mhm,
According to need, they are building, and some API engineers are there. They are building the interface, how the outputs can be visible to management. So it is a called data science team. They have
mhm.
everybody there, but everybody contributing to a one goal, that how can we predict or how can I do a better model so that my company can utilize that. So
Mhm.
that part, everybody has a confusion that okay, I want to be data science. So data science means you can take any domain you are. So people who are basic knowledge of SQL, or they are very good understanding of SQL also, they are in the data science team, and their role is phenomenal well, because what the data science team, suppose you have a table which have 1,000 rows, you don't know what rows that you or columns, 1,000 columns, and you don't know what columns that you can took so that your prediction. So they are finding the correlation. Okay, I can make a small table. I can fetch these things by using a SQL query. Let me do that. You put that in your model and give that output.
Yeah.
So that part, the final part, आप जो पूछे means what you ask, it is a very small part. But before that, lot of things are happening, and nobody knows that. So they some teams they call this that data engineer or a machine learning engineer,
Mhm.
and they do a very good job to make the data science team to work. So that is like a cricket team. You may be the players who are playing, but your
So
coach, your support staff, everybody is there.
नाउ एक क्विकली फाइनल क्वेश्चन, जो रेडियोलॉजी में मैं एमआरआई में काम किया हूँ और ये सब बायोमेडिकल रिसर्च में, सो एक हाइप आया, काफी रेडियोलॉजिस्ट डर गए इवन, और आई थिंक ऐसा हो भी सकता है, दैट इज नॉट वेरी फार अवे, कि हम लोग बोलते हैं रेडियोमिक्स, बट दैट इज आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, जहाँ पे एमआरआई का सीटी का सारा डेटा लेते हैं और ये डेटा साइंस डीप लर्निंग ये सब करके, एंड वी ट्रेन द मॉडल, एंड द मॉडल इज गोइंग टू से है इस पर्सन को ये डिजीज है या नहीं है, इस पर्सन को ट्यूमर है कि नहीं है, इस पर्सन को किस ग्रेड की ट्यूमर है, that the machine learning is going to make the whole decision. The people are okay, artificial intelligence aa gaya, then the radiologist will get disappear. So automated machine decision और इसका बायोमेडिकल एप्लीकेशन या सेल्स में भी क्या डिसीजन विदाउट ये ह्यूमन हो सकता है फ्यूचर में, या क्या आप देखते हैं इसको?
Okay, it's also another very good question. I know that you are prepared well before actually those things. Yeah. So biometrics is a separate field. It is another domain. A
हम्म,
lot of things are happening in the biometrics and in the medical science.
हम्म,
Prediction of cancer disease, yeah, prediction of that kidney. Many things are actually happening. So I know that it is uh, means that field is really going good. And the last pandemic taught us a very good lesson.
lesson.
So everybody is now, so COVID-19 it still means going on some here and there, but that gave us a good lesson that okay, so that healthcare and finance. So healthcare and finance, those are the key portfolios. You cannot live a life a day, single day without medical and actually finance. You are going outside. Okay, my that wallet is there or not. You are thinking about your family and well-being. Okay, my insurance is good or not in healthcare. Means your health
Yeah,
insurance.
yeah.
So those are very good. And so yeah, so lot of things are improving there.
Mhm,
I know that from my PhD class, a lot of students they are working in John Hopkins, that medical center, and all the things they are doing very good there. But actually, the prediction what we do, those are not static. The
yeah,
predictions are always dynamic.
yeah,
Tomorrow, you are getting a 99% accuracy today, according to your data. If tomorrow your data scenario and your something is changing, then your accuracy can suddenly jump to 80%.
yes.
Okay. So means these are actually extra tool to make people have little bit confident that okay, what I prescribed or what I found. Actually, when you change the data. The
Mhm.
predictions are going to change,
Mhm.
and the problems are never static, as well as the solution is actually never static. Okay,
Mhm.
so the human interaction is going to that actually going to be remain there. Okay, without humans, the actual machines are not going to function as it that expected.
या
So
बिकॉज वो डाटा बेस्ड ट्रेनिंग है एंड अगर डाटा चेंज हो गया देन उनका रिजल्ट चेंज हो सकता है
results.
बट
So there are something called reinforcement learning. It will learn from your mistakes and correct it. But you cannot apply those things to every sector of your day-to-day life, right?
या
So those things are there, and medical is very sensitive. That hospitality, that sorry, that that profession or industry is very specific. So that experienced doctor knowledge, because machine can predict something, but accuracy, the validity of your output, and how good it is for a person, those things cannot be determined by the machine. So
सो आई नो मैं एक काम भी प्रोजेक्ट भी कर रहा था बट डू यू थिंक इट कैन बी यूज्ड एज ए कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री टेक्निक टू स्पीड अप द प्रोसेस
yeah, it is like it is like a catalyst in the chemical reaction, that we have reactants and the outputs, right? But there are role of a catalyst. That catalyst is giving you the boost to finish the reaction, but they don't take part in the actual reaction at all. So it's the same thing happening here. So these products are always supplementary. They are boosting your findings, your solutioning, your confirmation, but they cannot going to replace you. But in the same time, currently, if you see a lot of billionaires, they have a mixed response. Somebody is telling that AI is going to kill us, and that everything is going to change to robotics, and the actual how the actually that human life cycle will continue. If that everything is going to control by actually machines, but that is not true. That is not true. If it is happening, I don't see that in next 1 or 2 generations. But yeah, but that is not going to happen. They are all are supplementary tool and techniques to have another angle to every problem. Okay, I have this problem. I found that what my machine is finding.
Yeah.
Are we on the same
So,
track?
and also I think the more machine learning and data, everything is coming, we need more people to work and design those models, those robotics and everything. So here or there, nothing can be done without human. Do you think like it's a good scope in the data science, and anyone who has a background in or little knowledge about statics and they know programming and little bit knowledge about the domain, they can change to the career to data science?
Yeah, but this field is very competitive. So if they're thinking that the little domain is going to help them, a little technology,
No.
actually that's not, because people are coming very much prepared. They need to do the hard work. But yeah, it's not impossible. It's very much possible. What domain or what background you are coming.
जैसे एक होता है कि आप बायोलॉजी से शिफ्ट होके केमिस्ट्री नहीं कर पाएंगे
हाँ.
कितना भी आप मेहनत करो या
Yes,
सडनली
yes, yes.
आपको केमिस्ट्री से हम फिजिक्स में जाके सडनली कुछ ऐसा नहीं कर पाएंगे ये कुछ सब्जेक्ट टू सब्जेक्ट ट्रांजिशन बहुत रियली हार्ड होता है बट एनीवे दैट्स अ गुड डिस्कशन नाउ माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज आपने एग्जीक्यूटिव एमबीए क्यों किया और इसका आपको फायदा क्या हुआ
That's another good question for me, at least, because I know
I
that
am honestly, I am
yes.
even thinking to do it.
Yeah, executive India is good because I was always crazy about Ivy League colleges and what kind of education they provide, what I'm going to learn, and always that you can see the C-level that executives, they are all from the well-known Ivy League or very good colleges. I was just want to experience, so I got a chance through my company that okay, they are sponsoring my study. So then I thought, okay, this is the time I have to go for GMAT score, and I should have 14 years of experience, blah blah blah, to go for that. So I qualify all those things. Then I joined there. It was very good experience. I did a 1 year course, so it was a 10-month course, and there is a gap in between after all the semesters. So and it is a hybrid mode. I have gone to sometime in the class, and means maximum portion of the class has been covered online. So I was able to balance my family, that office and study. That's a good one. So I learned many things because they don't want you to learn the bookish knowledge. They will always throw a solution, find it they will always throw a problem and tell you to find a solution. Okay, it may be your negotiation skills, your technical skills, or they will give a simple problem that okay, there is a financial condition in your family. As head of the family, how can you handle it? Okay. So they will always tell that why you thought that, what is the strategy behind this, and just do a flow chart. So that part is very interesting. So 25 people are in the class, 25 people coming, 25 flow charts, and their flow chart. No one is having similar kind of thoughts. Okay. So that makes you different, right? So if you are going to a company that executive, how you that approach that. Okay, and then they will vote internal that out of these 25 solutions or flow charts, everything, which 5 are the best ones. You can get instant output if you are going to apply that. So those are the things because they will tell you how to handle a problem in the long term, how to handle a problem in the short term. Okay. So that's a good experience. If you are going to that, I will tell you. But I didn't get much benefit after my executive MBA because I was thinking that okay, I will be hired here and there. I will work for so and so company. But due to my visa status, as I was in F2, means actually that H1B and actually that other things. Again, I back to my core subject, data science, that architecture, solutioning, all the things. So I know that long term I may be getting benefit, but the short term, due to my status currently in that US, I didn't get most out of that.
Yes, that is one of the biggest problem we face here as a immigrant, as a visa status, and sometimes and a lot of companies they misuse it. You have a potential to grow and go on the really big and top position, but you are stuck because of visa issue. So चलिए ये वीडियो हम लोग यहीं समाप्त करते हैं, and then we will talk offline about your questions. And really, I thank you so much for giving time.
Thank you for having me here. I'm really grateful that
and if needed, I will bring you more time because people need को चाहिए लोगों को कि करियर एडवाइस दे कोई हम जिस पोजीशन पे हैं कभी कभी हम लोग को लगता है यार कहाँ पे हैं फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हैं बट देयर आर लाखों लाख लोग हैं जो इस पोजीशन तक पहुंचने के लिए तरस रहे हैं तो हमारा ये सब कहीं ना कहीं ये टॉक उनको हेल्प करता है जैसे आपको किसी पीएचडी स्टूडेंट से या आपके कलीग से इंस्पिरेशन आ गया जैसे ये शायद किसी